Cena says farewell to Monday Night Raw. We have a new Women's Intercontinental Champion crowned, a new Women's NXT Champion crowned, and we had two familiar faces return for John Cena's The Last Time Is Now challenge. Welcome, everyone, to your new Wrestling Obsession. This is Off the Mat. I am your host, Matt, and of course, as always, I have my boy Sticks and Dom Tober here with me to talk professional wrestling. Goodness, fellas, how are we doing this week?
Hey, well, I became a face now because I'm no longer a heel.
You came on your face.
So,
wait, what?
Yeah. So now
this show took an odd turn right off the bat.
Hey, listen, I'm a baby face now, man.
Dom's like, I gotta admit, I came on my face.
Nah. Hey, listen, they always associate a goatee with the evil, like in Star Trek when they had Mirror, the evil figure Spock with a goatee. Hot Rod had a goatee in one of the Transformer things as a herald to Unicron, and he had a goatee, and he was bad. So it's kind of shattered glass.
That's why the evil twin always has the goatee.
Exactly. Remember Knight Rider? Mm-hmm. Remember Knight Rider? He had the his evil brother, his evil twin, Goliath.
That's how you come on your face doing a Knight Rider.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Stop this. This is not a Brucifer special over here. Please stop it.
That's an interesting thing to be doing in New York City, just Knight Riders.
Nah, but everything's been good. Quiet, man. Just Monday night was a good show. Monday night. I think the last two Monday nights were actually exceptional Monday Night Raws, which that's what we should be getting. Stuff like that. Surprises, craziness at the end. Dude, the ending of Raw was insane. And then they showed scenes behind, like people who videotaped after the show went off the air. Cody Rhodes and friggin' Roman Reigns are beating up New York City cops. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, New York City cops, NYPD.
And you see freaking goddamn Logan Paul getting choked out by Punk in the back, and the cops aren't even paying attention. Nah, it was an insane ending to Raw. And didn't I call it? I said, we're going to get our Roman Reigns and our Brock Lesnar.
My favorite part was when Roman Reigns spears Bronson Reed through the barricade, and there's one cop there that gets hit, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, there's a second cop laying on the floor behind the barricade that wasn't there 30 seconds ago. I know, they just
planted him. You go there, hurry up.
Yeah.
Make it more epic.
Not only that, Raw was a pretty decent show, I'll agree. We're getting a rematch between Dirty Dom and John Cena at Survivor Series, which I think all intents and purposes is going to be Dom's rub from Cena, and we're going to see Dom take that Intercontinental Championship back off of John Cena. We'll talk about that more probably next week when we do our picks for Survivor Series. What else? We got our final Monday Night Raw for Juan Cena. Mr. Never Seen 17 himself appeared for the final time in Madison Square Garden this past Monday night, sorry. And we saw him go out in a triple threat tag team match with Sheamus and Rey Mysterio versus the Judgment Day.
Let me ask you a question really quick. What the hell is Rey Mysterio taking? Because my man was jumping like he was 21. And dude.
That's what happens when they got to replace your knees with baboon ligaments.
I know, man. Yo, dude, I was like, holy shit. He's 50. I was he 55, 57? What is he? He's up there. He's about my age or older. But then, dude, I can hardly move. I get out of bed. I'm limping. I can hardly do that. I go to the gym. I'm barely crippled. I can't even get off the damn couch. This guy's
we know. We've all heard about your debilitating leg cramps that make it to where you can't get off the chair or the couch. Man. Ray is 50 years old.
Yeah, wait, 50? Was he 50?
Yeah.
50? Oh, cheapers.
50, right?
All right. Yeah. Only a couple years younger than I.
Dude, but he was like moving around like he was a kid. Like I was like, wow, man. I said, damn, okay. You know, you got to believe.
Yeah.
We were supposed to have
last push.
Yeah, I think this is probably his definitely last run riding off in the sunset soon. That's why I think you're going to see him versus Dom for that AAA Mega Championship. They're going to give him that AAA Mega Championship before he calls it quits. Thoughts on the Nikki Bella heel turn? We were supposed to get words from Stephanie Vakir. We didn't get that. We got Nikki Bella attacking Stephanie. What do you not just that, but what do you think of Stephanie's presentation and package on the main roster and her new entrance? Do you like the coming from down up when as her horn thing is going off?
Well, the whole fact is because she didn't have it. She was in regular clothes. That's why they didn't do the horn thing.
They did. She does her entrance where as she starts in a crouch, and as the graphic of the horns coming up,
and then she comes up
is with it. Yeah.
But I read something that it's a lot of people are complaining they don't like the demon type of intro because they got mad at her for putting the tattoo in her back, the demon tattoo. And you know how people are about the devil.
Bless you.
Bless you. I know my wife. The whole devil thing. So I don't know, but I do like her song. But I know that. But it's kind of funny that she was coming out in regular clothes, so they kind of avoided the devil horn thing, if I'm not mistaken.
No, they did it. It just I like the entrance, but to me it's too slow. Like her rising up needs to match the graphic a little bit better to where she's already up and then the graphic comes up. Like if she's supposed to be rising with that graphic with the horns in the background, I would like to see her go a little bit slower and to match the Tron.
I bet you do. I bet you do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I bet you do. But
absolutely.
Maybe it was a little rushed. Maybe next time when she comes out, when she's fighting again and she makes an appearance again, she'll match up with the horns coming up. But like I said, there's some controversy with the music and the song and the whole devil thing, the whole demon thing. I don't know. Things are different now. It's not like yesteryear when they used to put something on the thing and no one complained about things. People complained, but shut up. But now people talk and complain. Goes, oh my God, I'm sorry. We'll fix it. Everything is like we apologize for offending you or something. Come on, man.
Speaking of music, how about Gunther returning with his NXT UK theme music?
That you know what? I think it was just for that night because he's fighting Devon Evans. I think because Devon Evans is from NXT and he went back to use that to try to throw Devon Evans off, which I'm telling you, that fight was one of the best fights. That was really cool. We all know Devon Evans was going to win, but the whole fact is that, and Gunther can actually sell a fight. He made Devon Evans look even better than what Devon Evans really is too, and he did it. Look, we all know that Gunther's winning it all.
What?
We know Gunther's winning it all.
Would you like to rephrase that statement there, Tom?
Can you rephrase that last word?
He made saying that
made him look better than he is.
No,
Devon Evans is great.
No, I know Devon Evans is awesome. I'm just saying, but because Gunther also sold it to make it even look better, because Gunther's good in selling, the fight.
I will say that Gunther felt like it did seem like he slowed it down a little bit.
He had to because Devon Evans is more up in action. Yeah. That's the thing. But I'm just saying to throw him off. That's why he had the music there. I don't think he's gonna go back to his NXT music. Theme.
I thought maybe it was a clue into whether the fact that he's going to go back to that more hard-nosed persona like he was in WWE.
I think that's what it is he's going to go back to that hard-nosed persona. I think that NXT UK theme music is here to stay because it was definitely Def Rebelled. It was a little bit different than previously, but I like it more. I like him coming out with the robe instead of the trench coat. It feels like very Ivan Drago. It feels very much like he's the final boss, not The Rock. And they're definitely getting ready to give him that big push over the top than what he's already got.
Yeah, well, like I said, he's going to go. And look, Now I want to ask you a question. Now, this whole farewell tour for John Cena, the tournament. Do we see Carmelo Anthony beat Bronson Reed?
Carmelo Anthony? When did a basketball player
Carmelo
join
Hayes?
us?
I keep Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Hayes beat Bronson Reed, because can we have Bronson Reed versus Gunther? That do you want to see heel versus heel? I want to see heel versus heel.
Well,
because
here's the thing that we don't know how that.
Well, the tournament, if whoever wins between Carmelo Hayes and Bronson Reed are going to fight.
I'm trying not to go through with my gotta bullet my slides. We don't know what their final play is going to be, right? So it's because Bronson is being already in the
division. I know,
right, in the division. I don't know. Yes, it'll be heel versus heel, but
who's the other fight? What's the other fight going to be?
The Solo Sikoa versus the winner of Penta and
Finn Balor. Do you see Finn Balor versus friggin' Solo?
No, Penta's going to win that match.
What?
Penta's winning that match.
Penta's winning because they're not going to have heel versus heel. I'm telling you, I would love to see Bronson Reed versus Gunther. That'd be freaking awesome. But the fact is that it's gonna wind up.
I see what you're saying.
What's gonna happen is that I think that they're gonna lose. They're gonna get distracted. Somebody's gonna come out and mess up the thing, and Carmelo Hayes is gonna win, and he's gonna fight Gunther. That's how it's gonna.
We haven't seen anybody come out for these. I don't think we're going to. I don't think we're going to get any kind of.
I think we are
interference.
No, do you think Carmelo Hayes
until the end? Maybe
no, I think the Miz is going to interfere and screw over Carmelo Hayes because they've still got that feud going.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since Miz lost his first round match.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. I don't want to be negative because I feel like the last couple of weeks have been very negative talking about WWE, and I'm sure it's getting tiring to listen to. But I've got to be negative one more time. And the John Cena tournament, in my opinion, has been an epic fail. This is a time where John Cena said that he wants to set people up, the next generation. He wants to give back, ruthless aggression, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing here? So, like, Nick Namath should have went over Solo Sikoa on Monday night.
They're not going to give it because it's TNA. They're not going to make it win.
But that doesn't matter. Like,
it doesn't matter.
They're pushing WWE guys that don't need the push. Solo Sikoa doesn't need the push. LA Knight doesn't need the push. Gunther doesn't need the push. Rusev doesn't need the push. Who else? Everyone in this tournament doesn't need the push.
Sheamus
doesn't need the push. He's done it all except win the Intercontinental Championship, which he's going to probably do it at WrestleMania. So where is the talent other than right now? You've got all these main roster guys, one NXT dude in Javon Evans. By all intents and purposes, what I saw on Monday night against Gunther, call that boy up already.
Yep.
He doesn't need to be in NXT anymore. Winning the NXT championship does nothing for him. Call Javon Evans up already. Put him on SmackDown. SmackDown could use the help. But like, what does Finn Balor gain
the
from
NXT
this push?
championship? The NXT championship is something he should have already won.
Yeah, but
what does Finn, by the looks of what he's been giving us?
What does Finn Balor gain from this tournament? What does Penta gain from this tournament? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Like, are you kidding me that of 16 men, we had two TNA guys and one NXT guy? And the rest of your field is already established wrestlers that don't need the push? For fuck's sake, Gunther just retired Goldberg a few months ago. And now we need Gunther, who, by the way tournament's going, it's pretty much cut and dry who's winning.
Gunther's going to win. Yeah.
So we really need to see Gunther versus John Cena? For what? to set up and make Gunther more, like I've said before, more believable for his eventual match against Brock Lesnar. Like, they had an opportunity to have fun with this. And like, you heard the pop that Matt Cardona got. You heard the pop that Nick Namath got. Like, you could have had fun with
Nick Namath. The pop that Nick Namath got was like one of the loudest pops. I was like, damn, man. He brings a lot of energy too. It's like, why didn't they sign this guy back? I know that a lot of people are on their way here and there to sign, but he has an energy about him that he was having fun. He came back. He was happy. And Matt Cardona said that freaking goddamn Zack Ryder's dead. He came back as Zack Ryder. People ate that shit up. They could have had Joe Hendry come into this. They could have had freaking goddamn, Ethan Page, Trick Williams. You would have brought Trick Williams is finished now. He's done. He lost to freaking goddamn Ricky Saints. He should be coming up to the main roster soon to get him out. But the whole fact is, he's right. You're right, Matt. You are right. Thinking about it, that they could have had a lot more fun with this tournament, and just had these guys come up, and you could have had your regular wrestlers there too, but a lot of surprises. You could have had a lot of young talent come up. All right, December 17th, they're talking about that they're going to bring up some NXT guys are going to come up, this and that for one time, but this tournament should have had a mixture of everything: some TNA guys, some NXT guys, and some regular main roster guys. You would have had fun. You would have definitely had fun with this. It could have been a fun ride. Look, I just like, why one NXT guy? Why not two or three? And look, I know right now Ethan Page is in the midst of fighting Joe Hendry and this and that, and he's got it could have been a fun thing. And you could have had Joe Hendry come out and interfere. You could listen, wrestling's all about interfering. Even in these tournaments, interference to keep their storyline going. You could have made some more excitement and really had more buzz with some of the younger talent coming up to really make a name. And you know what? You could have threw a fucking girl in there too. That would have freaking goddamn threw everything off.
Well, they were never going to do that.
I know, I'm just saying, but I'm just saying, you could have had something like that just to make some excitement.
Unpredictability. Yeah, excitement. And they could have had fun with it, actually give a real push, and to say, oh, well, his final Saturday Night Main Event is going to be a NXT versus main roster exhibition. Okay, that's cool, but I just don't understand why. Like, they play it so safe, and why you're giving this you're giving these pushes to people that don't need it.
What about Braun Breaker? Braun Breaker should have been in the tournament.
The only one right now, honestly, that I think benefits from a push from retiring John Cena would be Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
It was Javon Evans and Bronson Reed. Javon Evans is gone. Now Bronson Reed's still there. It would be Bronson Reed. But we all know Bronson Reed. It's probably going to be Gunther versus Bronson Reed in the finals, and Gunther's going to go over.
I don't think Bronson Reed's going to fight Gunther. I think Bronson Reed is going to get figured. It's going to be get eliminated for something. Somebody's going to fight with these guys because he's fighting in Survivor Series. There's no reason for him to be in this match. And I don't think that they're going to take the chance to do freaking Gunther versus Bronson Reed, heel versus heel, like that. I don't think they're going to do that. And if they do that, you know what? I'll eat my hat because that would be fun. I want to see it. I would like to see that. But you're right. Gunther's going to take it all. You all know Gunther's going to be he's the man that's going to take down John Cena and freaking retire him. But you could have had a few more guys from NXT come into this, come into the fold and really make a name for themselves. Hey, look, I know you don't like Trick Williams. You got to throw Trick Williams in there.
It is so disheartening as a John Cena fan how much they've dropped the ball on his retirement tour.
Well, you know what? That whole freaking heel thing really messed up everything. A lot of things.
No, it started out great.
Well, it started out great, but once it freaking fell apart, they still held on to it, thinking that it was going to get more of a push, and then it took too long.
I'm not talking about his heel turn. I'm talking about his retirement run. It started out great.
No, it did start out great.
And about WrestleMania is when it fell apart. And now you had the opportunity to send him out. It's like you're gift wrapped to this. How do you fuck up John Cena's last few appearances? Well,
See,
WWE just did it because it's boring.
what
I'm
you
not
could have
invested.
did-
I don't care.
You could have made it this. The past. Have a couple of guys, older guys to fight John Cena. The present, have some present guys, and the future. And you could have had it just like that. Hashtag like that. The past, present, future. This tournament is gonna bring everything you ever wanted for John Cena's last hurrah. And you could have made it would have freaking blew the house off the roof off the house, because you would have had some legends, you would have had some present guys, and then the future with the NXT guys coming up and fighting. And it's like, yo, you would have had a bunch of everything, and that would have been awesome. So, but they did it this way, and it's like Penta's going to SmackDown. He's going to team up with his brother Ray Phoenix. They're going to be becoming a tag team. That they're already talking about that. So that's.
I don't think they will. I think they're going to keep them apart in WWE, and they're going to have them tag team in AAA. That's what I think their plan is, because Ray Phoenix is not the star level of Penta in WWE.
But dude, you see, they fucking killed him. Look what they're doing in freaking SmackDown. They're destroying his credibility. You know, it's like, come on, a lot of these wrestlers are better than that. You know, it's like, look, they buried LA Knight. They're burying all these other these other guys. It's like, come on, what are you doing? They just don't know how to friggin' have certain people on the main roster. They don't know how to utilize certain people. But, back to the whole John Cena tournament thing, they really blew a big one on this one. They blew it.
Just like the one you did on your face, that you had to shave your facial hair away.
Yeah.
All right, that's the last one. I couldn't.
Yeah, man. Listen, Matt, I like you. You got to stop that. Remember that. Don't follow certain people's.
Hey, man. When you underhand pitch it to me, I got to take a swing at it. But I don't, like I said, I don't want to be negative about it. But as excited as I was for the John Cena thing, and as excited as we all were when they announced this tournament and the possibilities of it, it could have been fun. Mm-hmm. I wanted it to be fun, but it's not. This, like Jey Uso, he's already, Jesus Christ, he won the Royal Rumble this year. He won the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. He's already fought CM Punk for the title. He's been in the main event picture since.
Didn't he when he beat the Miz?
Rumble?
Did he beat the Miz? Who's he going to fight next? Who's he fight next?
And so, like, why is he in this tournament? He doesn't gain anything from. He's already what, a 15-year, 20-year vet? Like, why is he in this tournament? He doesn't gain anything.
He's in the tournament. Wait, in the tournament, but he's also in the Survivor Series. That's what I'm trying to say. We're going to talk about the Survivor Series thing a little bit later. But you're right. Who's he fighting? Who's he fighting next? Is it Sheamus he's fighting?
They don't even have a bracket yet. So, like, we only know.
We have to wait for after these two. We
know, like, 2 of the next round matches. And, like, Sticks was saying, we got 2 of the next round matches on Raw. And I was like, oh, wait, we got 16. So that means that we still have 2 more matches left for the first round. Oh, it's Carmelo Hayes and whoever versus Finn Balor versus
Finn Balor versus
Penta. Like, dude, who cares? Why? What are we doing here?
From my perspective, I've been doing this just in me working up my own brackets. I have to work up my own brackets for this thing.
Doing the Steiner math again.
It's all over the place because you don't know without having you're kind of guessing. So I like I said last week, I'll have to reshuffle. Now maybe I'll have to reshuffle again based on where I've got just a couple shuffles, but you'll see when we get to that portion. My issue with WWE has been for Survivor Series, for this tournament, for Raw, SmackDown. We're getting the same 20 guys. each week, back to back to back to back. I mean, we've already been getting Jey Uso, Gunther 5 times this year. We got Becky Lynch and Dupri 3 or 4 times this year. Then a couple other LA Knight and someone else like 3 times this year. You know, in these PLEs. Why are we only using 20 people? You've got like 40 people back there, plus more that you don't use. They know you don't use. Give them some play.
Well, they're gonna have to make some monster call-ups with the news that SmackDown is going back to 3 hours in January. They're gonna have to make some.
Why the hell are they
doing
doing that?
Don't know, because they can't even write a good enough script to fill an hour and a half. Don't know why they're going back to 3 hours, but they have a depleted roster. SmackDown is a depleted roster.
They're not using the people for the roster.
Yeah, well, so they're gonna have to do massive call-ups, or you're gonna have people pulling double duty between Raw and SmackDown, because SmackDown doesn't have enough people to warrant a 3-hour show.
Hey, do you want me to throw a rumor? Not a rumor. Yeah, a rumor. You got some news? Some rumor news?
What?
Go ahead. What do you got?
Chad Gable is expected to be at the WWE Performance Center this week towards his return to the ring. So he's headed back.
But even coming back to the Performance Center doesn't mean he's going to be back.
I know,
That gives him 3 weeks. That gives him 3 weeks.
Apparently, Liv Morgan was backstage at Raw on Monday. We didn't fucking see her.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So apparently, she was supposed to come out. There was supposed to be something with her, but she didn't. So.
Yeah.
But like I said, dude, I don't look. You know what? You see, when you talk about stuff, it makes you mad, because the excitement that you could have and the things you have in your head that sound good, that could be fantastic. But look, the tournament when John Cena pitched that tournament, the past it was all about the future, and it when you don't have the future guys that are in there and it's just present guys. You know how much? Look, Gunther's already over. You don't need to put Gunther over anymore. He don't even need a championship. He's so over. Yeah. You know. So,
but I don't know. The only thing you could do now is have towards the end, someone has to come in, right, and hijack the tournament. Somebody new has to come in and hijack the tournament, and like knock somebody out of the tournament and take their spot.
Well, look, there could be. Look, I'm telling you, some big thing.
Otherwise, you're going to get somebody he's already fought.
Do you think Jay is going to be? I think Jay is going to be the unlucky guy, because I don't think Jay is going to. He's going to wind up losing the next round. The next round, if he makes it, because there's no way he's going to be in the tournament and going to be in the Survivor Series and still be in the tournament. Something big is going to happen. Something big is going to happen for the Survivor Series thing too.
I don't think the Survivor Series match has any impact on this tournament.
That has impact, but the players that are in the tournament that are part of the Survivor Series, Bronson Reed. That's what I'm saying. Bronson Reed might not make it past Carmelo Hayes. I'm just saying.
I don't think WWE. I don't think WWE cares that they're spreading their people thin.
But you see, that's
you're going to work here. You're going to work there.
Yeah, I think they do. But look. Let me tell you something.
Doesn't make sense. That's what you're going to do.
Look, Triple H is getting called out time and time again. Even though I know it's TKO, but Triple H is the head of creative. You can't tell me that you can't have a bunch of call-ups from NXT to come up to be in this tournament. You could have had a whole bracket of young talent in this this tournament.
That's my point. That's how clueless WWE is with this, because they're positioning this Saturday night main event as a past or a present versus future exhibition, where they're having NXT stars fight the top main roster stars to showcase their abilities. So you're going to have every match on Saturday Night Main Event be an exhibition between a main roster player and NXT player, except
the John
Cena's final match.
Yep. So it makes no sense, because think about it. So that means you're going to have Gunther versus John Cena for the main event, on a Saturday Night Main Event, and you're going to have the rest of the matches are going to be just regular matches, not part of the story, not part of anything, just to have the talent come up.
And you know how they're gonna. You want to know how they're gonna book that? Here's how they're gonna book that. Former NXT talent makes good on WWE. In Gunther.
Mm-hmm.
This is what your
he's
NXT
already won
can
a
be.
world title. He's already the longest reigning Intercontinental title champion.
Over. Nobody cares.
He's over already, man.
Point.
Look, you know what? If anybody, look, Solo, in a way, I would give Solo a benefit of doubt. You know, he's the leader of the MFTs. So if he beat the Cena, that would make him. If he beat Cena, that would make him more reliable, like more of a threat. You know, he'll walk around this and that, but they're not going to do that. You know, but I'm just saying, everybody else, Penta is not going anywhere. Finn Balor, I love them to give him the push that they said they're going to give him. 2025 is going to be the year of Finn Balor. Stugats. He got the freaking goddamn tag team champions. You know,
here's a hot take on the MFTs. Get him off my fucking television screen. Solo Sikoa is boring as shit.
You got to watch the 5-man Survivor Series elimination match on SmackDown this week against the MFTs versus the Wyatts. So that's coming.
Snooze.
You know, I don't know. They're just trying to throw shit at the wall to see what sticks.
And it's 100% evident. 100% evident.
You know,
very evident. Yeah, very evident.
Look, let me tell you something. If you sat down, say, all right, look, we talk. Nobody listens to us. You know, we're just fans that talk about the thing. But if they sat down and we sat there and we gave some details, like, hey, you know what? If you did this way, this is it, blah, 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 blah. They should fucking pay us. Pay us for having ideas that they could have thought of.
If you don't think WWE employs somebody to sit here and watch all these internet shows and all these people in the IWC, all of us talking heads, and take ideas that we come up with and incorporate them, you're crazy. Like even small watch shows like us, I would guarantee you they pay people to sit there and watch YouTube to try and get ideas off people. So they purposely don't have to pay you.
Well, I know that they watch the ideas, but do you think they take that? Because how many times we've seen something that we talked about and next week on friggin' Raw or SmackDown or whatever, they did it. I'm like, holy shit, we mentioned that.
I just think that goes to the case of how predictable WWE is.
That too.
And they're like, oh, well, we're going to throw a swerve at you by having Maxxine Dupri beat Becky Lynch for the Intercontinental Championship with a fucking cross body of all things.
Well, she was nervous because AJ Lee came out.
A top rope cross body. And what world in a performer of Becky Lynch's caliber are you losing to a top rope cross body without the tights being held? Without feet on the rope? Get out of here with that.
Yeah, I know. But
AJ comes out and goes, hey, look at her, not at me. Look at her, not at me. And Becky turns around into a cross body. When we see John Cena earlier that night, I can't remember what he was, I want to say 619 or what he was going to take from Dominic Mysterio. Oh, frog splash. Dominic Mysterio hit him with a frog splash. Cena flipped him over, put it into an AA and beat him 1, 2, 3.
They picked him up and gave him,
you want me to believe that a star the caliber of Becky Lynch is going to lose to a cross body from Maxxine fucking Dupri?
She was just too distracted by AJ Lee.
AJ had nothing to do with it.
You know what? Listen,
you're too distracted by AJ Lee to kick out from a cross body.
We all know that wrestling's fake. We all know that people kick out of final moves. If the move that they're supposed to lose, they're kicking out. We've seen this. So
that builds excitement. Kicking out on a cross body, that would be like you and me being in a match and me slapping you and pinning you, and you can't kick out of a slap to the face.
Dude, freaking Diesel fucking got pointed at, fell down, and Hulk Hogan freaking took the belt off him.
But that would be like me tickling you and you falling down and pinning you.
I know,
and you're not
but you know what? But the whole fact is that we knew that she was going to win. We called it, that she was going to win, because 3 times that she had her number and 3 times that things happened. So look,
you could have come off the top rope and hit her like a Mexican destroyer or something and really solidified your win. It's clear that she's a transitional champion.
Oh, and by the way, if you're going to do the Mexican destroyer off the top rope, I don't think that's ever going to happen again, because they they freaking will live it. What happened with freaking Waller because of that could have broke his neck. So I don't think you're ever going to see that again.
But I'm just saying, like something more, like a swinging DDT.
Yeah,
anything.
But I do have to admit one thing, that Maxxine Dupri actually has been doing very good moves. She's getting better. And look, she will be a transitional champion for the time being, because I think after this Becky Lynch and AJ Lee type of thing, they're going to be fighting. You don't need a championship for AJ Lee and Becky Lynch to fight. They're both over wrestlers that would fight, and definitely this thing's still at stake even without championship gold. But I do like that Maxxine Dupri won. I do like it because it's new talent that has it, and the prestige of what Becky did to that belt goes over. Now the belt has some history to it, so it actually is legitimate. It's a good championship belt. So Maxxine Dupri is going to probably fight. Who's coming back that can definitely take the belt from
I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen with Maxxine Dupri. Maxxine Dupri is going to hold that title. She's going to lose that title to Roxanne Perez. You're going to have Liv come back, and you're going to have Liv versus Roxanne at the Royal Rumble for the Intercontinental Championship. And Liv's going to take that belt off Roxanne. That's all it is. Like, that's what I see happening. It's just... you can't tell me... Like, let me ask you, do you really think... Because, my opinion, Maxxine Dupri did basic moves. She did the basic of the basics. She didn't do anything crazy. She didn't do anything really out there that was impressive. And she won with a crossbody. Do you really think that Maxxine Dupri looked that good? Or do you think that Becky Lynch just sold her ass off for her?
I think Becky Lynch sold her. I think Becky Lynch freaking helped her a lot of ways. Freaking, she sold it. She sold it. Maxxine, look, the one thing about Becky Lynch that we all know, that she does help the talent. She has the talent over. She sells it really good to make the younger talent look good. So that's the same thing with what's her name with Chelsea Green too. Chelsea Green she likes to help the younger talent and makes the younger talent look good when they're wrestling. So basically there's a lot of wrestlers like that, and Becky Lynch is a prime example for what that is. But I know, look, say what you want. I'm happy for Maxxine Dupri that they gave it to her. We'll see how long she holds on to it. Probably Survivor Series, she'll get a challenge. You're right, Roxanne Perez. It might be a one and done thing. She won the belt just to get the belt off of Becky, so she could be in the Survivor Series with AJ Lee and the 5-on-5 match. So we'll see what happens this week on Raw. Maxxine Dupri is definitely going to probably Roxanne Perez is going to probably get into her phase or something like that, and we'll see that. Or maybe forget Ivy Nile. Maybe Ivy Nile comes back. Where the fuck are the creeps?
They're going to AAA. They can't even be. They're not even worth putting on WWE television. They're going to go to AAA.
Dude, it's
like she's been training with Natty in the dungeon. She could have at least come off the top rope with the crossbody, took Becky Lynch out, and put her in a sharpshooter.
Yeah.
Something.
But it's more a
crossbody.
But it's a wrestling thing. It's distraction.
No, it just makes Becky. I understand the distraction, but a distraction would be like if AJ actually put hands on her. How jobberish and amateur and mediocre are you that somebody just standing there in the ring, standing there on the entrance, distracts you to the point where you can't kick out of a crossbody?
We've seen this before. It's been many times before with other fighters, man, other wrestlers. They get distracted with the music, or they get distracted with the wrestler coming out, and they lose. But
usually it's a roll up with the tights being held, or it's a small package roll up where they can't get kicked out. It's not.
But another thing too is
it's not something that
she actually almost missed Becky Lynch too, isn't it?
It's not something that my 3-year-old does to me every time I lay on the floor. It's like,
but
basic jobber ass ridiculous bullshit.
I know. It was just to get the belt off Becky Lynch for the time being. Because they got other plans.
That match was going to end the way it was going to end, no matter how it
exactly.
And you're right. It was to get the belt off Becky Lynch to give her, and you have
give me a
AJ
second.
Lee do it, to give her a reason for them to be in the Women's Survivor Series match, a match that has no storyline, that doesn't matter, that is just being thrown together by the seat of their pants. Yeah, it's
another match.
Like, what does Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss have to do with it? And I guess we're already past the storyline between Charlotte not trusting Rhea Ripley, because she came out to make the save with the fucking kendo stick when Alexa Bliss was about to get her ass whooped by Nia Jax and Lash Legend. Like, why are Nia Jax and Lash Legend even there? What do they have to do with anything? You know, and it's clear WWE doesn't really trust Roxanne Perez or want to push her in the main title scene, because, you know, Stephanie Vicaire is going to fight Nikki Bella at Survivor Series for the championship. Why Nikki Bella? Why does she just come back and automatically get pushed to the front of the line? Who knows? Yeah.
Don't you understand? It's WWE politics.
It's WWE being shit and booking with their heads up their ass.
Look, I know. You know how many times Flair comes back, freaking Charlotte, she came back, she won the Royal Rumble, she gets her chance to win the belt, go for the belt, the championship again. It's all who they like. Look, they brought back, which I always thought that you come back, all of a sudden you become a heel, you take somebody out, and all of a sudden you're challenging for the belt. How are you challenging for the belt, and the person in the back that's been here for a long time trying to train to that point didn't get that challenge? You know, you're right. It's just a lot of the stuff is questionable. I watch who's who. Hey, look, right now, Nikki Bella, they came back, they signed her with a deal that she has an opportunity for a championship belt title match.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, obviously WWE doesn't trust their new current roster, because you have a returning Nikki Bella, who, by all intents and purposes, doesn't fit in this era for women's wrestling. It's like trying to fucking fit a square peg into a round hole with Nikki Bella now.
Well, it's like Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus coming back. It's like Lita coming back. It's like freaking Tori Wilson coming back. It's like them coming back into this era and trying to compete with the wrestlers today. It's much different, much grittier. You know, it's a different time. You know, but these are the ones that pass the torch. Like you're gonna have Stephanie Vicaire fight one of the pioneers of the women's women's evolution that actually made way for the new generation. So she's an experienced veteran of the.
So you're saying Nikki Bella is a Timu Trish Stratus is pretty much what you're getting at there.
No, I'm just saying that she's one of the women that made wrestling, that put female wrestling on the map. You know what I'm saying? So the Pine is one of the pioneers of the Diva era. Because think about it. There's just, like I said, you need certain individuals to be part of this roster to figure elevate a lot of these wrestlers. You know, they always do that. You know, they always do that. They always get like a veteran that's gonna figure team up with somebody and have that rivalry to try to look what freaking what's her face Tiffany time when she fought when she had freaking Trish Stratus help her out, team up. You know, so always have a veteran with the rookie. You know, it's not they don't have trust with the roster. It's just they see that as good story opportunity for that particular person, which makes no sense. You know, you have a whole roster of people that's sitting in the back that are doing nothing. You know, and the sad thing is that they'd rather have people in the back than bring up new talent from NXT and then eventually release the people in the back that actually should have been friggin' wrestling and then complain. Like Karrion Kross and Scarlett. They should have been re-signed. No ifs, ands, or buts. They should have been re-signed. And that's why they got Vega to figure team up with Anderson Black, her husband, to be the new Karrion Kross and Scarlett type of thing in SmackDown. So
that's 100% what they are.
Yep.
100%.
So and that's fucked up because they wanted to save money, and it's sad because even to this day, Karrion Kross's merchandise is still selling more than some of the merchandise that's up there now, which is kind of crazy. So,
but Zack Ryder was the most exciting thing to happen to SmackDown. Him coming back in his pop.
Yep.
Matt Cardona was on his podcast saying that he had to get Zack Ryder gear made last minute because he wasn't sure if they were going to let him come out as Matt Cardona or if he was going to come back as Zack Ryder. The WWE, being the trademark bitch that they are, had to have him come back as Zack Ryder
because they don't have the trademark for Matt Cardona.
Right. And the same thing with Nick Nemeth, even though he came out to Dolph Ziggler music, he was still wearing the Nick Nemeth tights, the Wanted Man jacket. He essentially was Nick Nemeth coming out as Dolph Ziggler.
Yep. Look.
But he had a hell of a match with LA Knight.
The hell of a match with Solo.
No. I'm talking about I'm talking about Zack Ryder.
Zack Ryder. That was a good match. And look, and people are saying, "Oh, he should have won," but then if you make him beat LA Knight, you're really burying freaking goddamn LA Knight.
I don't think he should have been LA Knight's mystery opponent in the first place. I think he should have been a round 1 mystery opponent. I really think that you should have had Nick Nemeth versus not Solo Sikoa, but Gunther. Like, I think Nick Nemeth versus Gunther and Javon Evans versus Solo Sikoa, those matches would have been far more entertaining with those opponents than they were. True. Even though Javon Evans versus Gunther was a hell of a match, I just feel like, Nick Nemeth versus Gunther would have at least given us something to be excited about for Nemeth's return, one night only return, versus instead of Solo Sikoa. No one wants to see Solo Sikoa there. Yeah. The MFTs are boring. The MFTs are just the Bloodline 3.0. They're the Wish Bloodline. They're cereal box toy Bloodline.
Because they're talking about making Roman Reigns the Emperor freaking guy. The OTC Emperor or some shit.
I don't think they're going to make Roman Reigns shit. I think he's going to be solo for a while, and then he's going to just ride off into the sunset.
Dude,
I think
he's talking about how skinny he got. He lost weight. Like, what's up with his arm? His arm was all covered.
I think he got tattoos, and that's why it was covered.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, his leukemia, I don't think he wants to go to Hollywood. I think he's on the back leg of his.
Dude, he's voicing in the freaking Zootopia too, man. Him rocking freaking goddamn CM Punk. Yeah, CM Punk and Roman Reigns are cops. The two cops in Zootopia.
The other interesting bit of rumor that's going on is that it sounds like a TNA TV deal announcement is imminent. And it sounds like AMC, that's right, The Walking Dead AMC is the front runner to land that contract or to have impact on their network. And interesting enough, what do you think of them taking the belt off Mike Santana after 32 days?
Well, you see that was kind of crazy. And then apparently Mike Santana didn't show up to something. So there's been something going on with Mike Santana.
He showed up in like the 11th hour. It was all storyline.
Yeah, it was storyline. But that's kind of crazy. Because I remember when he lost it, I was like, what the hell? How the hell did he lose that damn belt? He just got the belt. But you see, this is the new.
Yeah, it don't make sense.
You had a regurgitated TNA invasion angle when they just did an invasion angle a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And they just all beat him down, and then Kazarian came out and cashed in his trophy and beat him for the title, which is so disrespectful to Mike Santana, but hopefully he gets that belt back.
Also, another piece of rumor news. You see the Chris Jericho, how he said that TNA was the second best wrestling.
Yes. So burying in AEW.
Yeah. So that's kind of crazy. So that's definitely good possibility that he will be back for WWE in the near future. And he is in good shape. You see He lost weight. He's ripped. So he got his abs are out. He lost weight for like his one last hurrah. I think he signed a 2-year deal, with WWE, and then that's it. He calls it quits after 2 years. Right? Cause I know the 2-year deals are usually the way to go sometimes with an option of a third, but like dude, we're gonna be getting AJ Styles, freaking if you sign Chris Jericho as another one. A lot of these guys are going off into the sunset, man. Just
yeah. Well, I mean, AJ's been doing it since the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Remember
when he was part of Flair's group in TNA?
Yeah.
Remember the woo off? Woo, woo, woo.
Woo off. Yeah.
The woo off.
Yeah.
But but back, dude, like I said, it's exciting, it's fun, but I understand like all this stuff that's going on that could have been a much better presentation. Matt's right.
Well,
this
tournament, the presentation.
Yeah, the presentation. This John Cena tournament should have been off the hook of what we could have seen. But
want to go through it real quick?
Let's just do it real quick. Yeah, the brackets. See what we got.
We'll do a quick overview, which isn't much because we only did 1 week, one set of stuff anyway. So.
Hey, do you think they continue the partnership with TNA? Like, do you think that they eventually become owners that buy the promotion?
I don't think they buy the promotion, but I think they're there to help TNA take over that second spot against AEW. Dude, I would not be shocked that if TNA lands the AMC deal, to see TNA Impact Wednesday night up head to head with AEW.
Yeah, I wouldn't be at all shocked at all.
You see more rumors that Tony Khan was talking to what's his name from the Smashing Pumpkins, his promotion,
Billy Corgan,
Billy Corgan,
NWA.
They're trying to do a collaboration between their two freaking wrestling things.
I don't think that's going to happen. I think there's heat there because Tony Khan introduced that new championship. I can't remember what it was called. That's the same championship that NWA has. I'm trying to think of the name of it.
I know what you're talking about. I just can't think of the name myself too.
National Championship.
Okay.
They just announced the TNA National Champion. There's a national champion in NWA already. The national champion in NWA already called them out and said there's only one national champion, and it's me. It's nobody in AEW. He basically called AEW a, lesser than promotion. So I don't know how much there's going to be a working partnership or collaboration between NWA and AEW.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what do you got for us for this Last Time Is Now tournament, Sticks boy?
All right. So it's just a quick recap. Here we had Rusev defeated Damian Priest last week. Sheamus defeated Shinsuke Nakamura.
Right there. Go back. Shinsuke Nakamura. Slow style. No need to be in this tournament. You could have put a Trick Williams there. You could have put a Ricky Starks there. You could have put a Ethan Page there. You could have put anybody there.
Yep.
Anybody other than Slow
Hendry.
Style there. Joe Hendry. Any NXT guy could have went there other than, you knew the minute that this match, Sheamus is going over. Slow Style did not need to be in this tournament. He's in his 50s. He's at the end of his career. He's talked about leaving WWE. He's never been a world champion in WWE other than his time in NXT. Why was that slot wasted on Slow Style and not given to an up and comer from AEW?
Yep, you're right.
I don't know. Absolutely.
Could you imagine if that was Moose? If they would have TNA's Moose against Sheamus, what kind of banger that would have been?
Moose would have been great in that spot. All right, then we had Jey Uso versus The Miz on SmackDown last week, where Jey Uso advanced past The Miz. Matt and Dom took the Uso, and I said The Miz. I wasn't sure if they were gonna keep pushing Jay, but they did. I think they're still gonna push him.
This would have been another slot because
Dude,
Jay
imagine
doesn't
it
need
becomes
this push.
Jay versus Gunther the last round.
Oh my god,
Like,
dude!
like number 8.
But here's the other thing: the Miz is kind of used as that measuring stick. WWE looks at it as like, if you can keep up with the Miz on the mic, you're good on the main roster. If you can keep up with the Miz in the ring, you're good on the main roster. This could have been another great AEW or not AEW, but NXT slot fill right here to see what up and
what's his name? The young
talent you
youth.
have.
What's the guy that teamed up with Devon Evans in the from AEW from TNA?
He's the X Division champion.
Yeah. You could have had him.
Oh God, what's his? Is it Leon? It's not Leon Slater, is it?
I think it's Leon Slater.
Is it? Yeah. I could. Yeah.
Yeah, Leon Slater. So you could add him versus The Miz.
Yeah.
To have a TNA guy there, Mike Santana would have been good there. There's so many options they could have. Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
Dude, why Jey Uso? I love Jey Uso. I'm not one of these Jey Uso haters most of the time. But
it's not all over the place, yeah.
Why is he still in this tournament? Why is he fighting The Miz?
Well, you said it earlier. Safety.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah. But sorry to interrupt, Sticks.
No, you're fine. And then we got LA Knight versus the returning Zack Ryder, a.k.a. Matt Cardona. Where LA Knight advanced past Zack Ryder in a good match.
Very good match. And Ryder got a hell of a pop.
He did. Yep.
He did.
Woo.
You know it.
Because this was the first match with the unknowns, right? I was surprised that they used the Zack Ryder persona.
I was too.
I get what you said earlier about, WWE being having ownership, I guess, still of the Zack Ryder name and wanting to use that. I get that.
Well, and they can milk him because they got him to sign a deal where they allowed him to sell T-shirts through WWE Shop for Zack Ryder too. So he had 3 T-shirts by the time SmackDown was over.
You know what's funny?
Yeah, he did.
Crazy thing is that he had, like I told you, he had the interview and he said that Zack Ryder is dead, never coming back. That persona, and he came back.
Well,
never say never, man. Never say never.
Never say never, man.
Yeah, there's no such thing as never in the wrestling business. CM Punk said it for 10 years. I'll never go back to WWE. He took every shot.
Over.
He took every shot he could. I interviewed him and he talked shit all over Vince McMahon when Vince McMahon got fired the first time. And look where he's at.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right back in WWE as the World Heavyweight Champion again.
Oh, yeah.
Still the best in the world. All right, then we got Devon Evans versus Gunther. And
No
Gunther
brainer.
advanced.
Gunther looks like he sucked at a bad
Devon Evans.
He does. It just makes me sad that they could have had so much fun with this tournament, and it's so predictable. We already pretty much know the outcome because they're not going to bury Gunther. And let's face it, if he loses to Jey Uso, LA Knight, anybody else in this tournament, he's going to get buried, and it sucks. Gunther's already so over. He doesn't need the push. He doesn't need to be in this tournament. But it was a good match.
It was a good match. Look, I'm telling you, man.
The boy's bouncy.
Freaking Devon Evans, man, he is awesome. And you're right. Call him up now. Get him up in SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely a great talent, man.
Yep. Right. To which we got, we'll get Gunther versus winner of the Carmelo Hayes Bronson Reed match, which is
Bronson Reed's going to squash the shit out of
Yeah.
But that's the thing.
Carmelo Hayes.
I'm going to tell you this. If we get Bronson Reed versus Gunther, they took that chance and went for the long shot, man. They figured to heel versus heel. You want to see that. You want to see that. I want to see that.
Yeah.
But I don't like for some reason I don't have faith in WWE for giving us that.
But they've been giving us face versus face. They gave us face versus face and Jay and Punk. Why wouldn't they give us heel versus heel?
Yeah, but Jay versus Punk, they're not face versus face. It's face versus face, but it's not heel versus heel.
They pretty much gave us heel versus, well, I don't know. I guess you could call Damian Priest a baby face right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, Damian Priest is a baby face. We became good. We left Judgment Day. I'm talking about that heel, like real heel versus heel. Like they call Gunther is called the bully of WWE, so he's gonna freaking go against heels too. Seth Rollins was a heel, and Seth Rollins was telling Gunther when he had the belt, it's open season, so you know watch your back. And Gunther's like, bring it. So it kind of like I want to see heel versus heel. It'd be kind of cool that so think about this. You have Gunther versus freaking Bronson Reed. You know that the Vision's gonna be there. You're gonna have Braun Breaker freaking goddamn gonna freaking spear freaking Gunther. You're gonna have something like that, which would be cool. But it's too close to the Survivor Series, man. Because if the Vision's fighting, you know that the freaking Cody and these guys are coming out. Disqualification. That's the only way. The only way I can see if it does happen, Bronson Reed gets disqualified and Gunther wins from disqualification.
Yeah, but you have two continuations of storylines here because you have the inevitable, Miz coming out and screwing over Carmelo Hayes, and then you have Cody Rhodes and the rest of the face team coming out to screw over Bronson Reed.
Yeah,
and
then you could have a crazy melee where it could be a countdown where they get disqualified. They both get disqualified. Right. Well, those guys both get disqualified. Freaking Carmelo Hayes and Bronson Reed.
Mm-hmm.
So Gunther skips that, and maybe it doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? It can go a couple of ways. That they've done it before, double disqualification because of interference. But I think people will hate that. People will definitely hate it.
Bouncy.
They want to win it.
Yeah. So Koa versus. How come that didn't update? That didn't update that for me. Versus
Dolph Ziggler should have went over in this match.
Mm-hmm.
Did we all say Dolph Ziggler? Did I say Dolph Ziggler?
What?
We didn't know it was Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, we didn't know it was Dolph Ziggler.
Exactly. How do you know that?
Nobody said Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, but
nobody anywhere said Dolph Ziggler. We thought this one was going to be the Matt Cardona
Joe
one.
Hendry.
Or Joe Hendry.
Oh, no. You're right. I thought it was going to be Matt Cardona. I thought it was going to be Matt Cardona, and the Joe Hendry one I thought was going to be LA Knight.
Yeah.
So, and we all took because we thought it was going to be Matt Cardona. We took the mystery partner,
which it should have been. Dolph Ziggler should have won over Solo Sikoa. I don't care. Like that would have been the cool, just to see him go against Gunther, see him go against, one of these other talents. He's too good. He's a former world champion. He should have went over. He's a former two-time.
It was kind of funny. What's his
name? He was in the Spirit Squad, for God's sakes.
I know one of the wrestlers, one of the guys, one of the podcasters that are on YouTube that I follow and on Instagram. He interviewed Nick Namath and said, "Are you going to be in the tournament?" He goes, "I'm not going to be in the tournament. I got other plans, this and that," but never said Dolph Ziggler is going to be in the tournament. So basically, he actually hinted that he was going to be in the tournament when he said he was not going to be in it. He
didn't lie. He said, "Nope, Nick Nemeth is not going to be in the tournament."
He had other priorities was going on in TNA as Nick Nemeth, not as Dolph Ziggler. So interesting. Yeah.
So it was a good seeing him back again. Surprised
great
that they
pop,
used Dolph Ziggler.
Another one was a great pop too. He had crowd was back,
great
crowd behind him too. Hell,
No, he's doing good things over at TNA. So
They were
Yeah, why not?
louder. They were louder for Dolph Ziggler's return on Monday night than they were for Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar.
actually true. You're right.
You're right. That's crazy.
And boy, they packed everybody they could into the Madison Square Garden.
All right. Then we got where
did you
Solo
see?
Sikoa
Did
will
you
face
see?
the winner of Finn Balor Penta.
I'm sorry, Six. Did you see?
Yeah.
The Judgment Day was fighting with these guys in the front row. The Giants player that's actually injured is in a lot of heat with the
Cam Scattaboo.
Yeah, with the NFL and the Giants because of the shuffle that he had with these guys and the thing. So that's kind of crazy. Yeah. So.
Old ASU alum Cam Scattaboo. I enjoyed that. I thought that was good. Like actually seeing the celebrity guests like getting a rumble was fun. Seeing the NFL players step up and kind of getting these guys' faces. That was fun. That was a good use of the celebrity guest ringside. I like how was it Little Yachty or was it Little Yachty had the fucking PlayStation Portable, the PSP with Raw versus SmackDown on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
that was good use of the celebrities that they're gonna just keep fucking shuffling out there.
You know, it's funny. Vanessa Hutchins and freaking goddamn Topanga weren't there, which usually they're big wrestling fans. You would think that they would be there from Madison Square Garden. That would have been huge. You know,
Topanga versus the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
This is another match that doesn't need to happen. Penta doesn't need the push. Neither does Finn Balor.
Nope.
I mean, Finn Balor was the NXT champion. He's, I think he's a triple crown champion, isn't he? I think he's a triple.
He won the Universal Champion one day. He got injured.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah. He was the first ever
U.S. champion. One day, and after that, they never gave him.
I think he's a Grand Slam champion.
And look, they missed the opportunity of him coming out to freaking goddamn roast Seth Rollins. That would have been freaking awesome. We could have had that and united that storyline, but creative does not know what to do. That would have been a great freaking storyline to inject in the Judgment Day. Because I know, look, how long is it taking for the Judgment Day to break up?
Too long.
Too long.
Years.
Exactly. It's too long. Already break the goddamn team up. This and that. You could have had Finn Balor saying, you know what? Listen, how does it feel, Seth? How does it feel? Something that you love taken away from you in a heartbeat. When I was injured. But the fact is they don't know what storyline. That would have worked over the crowd. Long-term storytelling. Even though it's a shame he got hurt, but the whole fact is that that would have been a great scenario. But they blew it.
Right, but they have to be able to use even those kind of moments to create a story from.
Yeah,
yes,
that would have been great.
Your champion got injured. Okay. Use that to our advantage instead of just, we're just going to write him off TV.
Yeah. And
do something with it first.
It would have been great. You would have had Finn Balor come out. And I said, and you know what? If Finn Balor could have said his piece, Seth Rollins would have been there. Vision comes out, pummels freaking goddamn Finn Balor. And then you try to start making Finn Balor turn, face. I don't know. But the whole fact is that you could have had a storyline there that could have actually intertwined with the story going in hand. But they blew it. Anyway, go ahead. So it's Penta and Finn next week. And the winner faces Solo.
Yep.
Can they actually do Finn Balor versus Solo?
It's not gonna be Finn Balor, man. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be Penta.
Yeah.
And
and hey, at
Penta's
least
established, maybe not in WWE, but Finn Balor's a Grand Slam champion. It took John Cena 20 years to become a Grand Slam champion. Balor doesn't need this. Why? Why is Balor in this?
Yeah.
Actually, you know where I put this? JD McDonough. JD McDonough, I would have put into this.
JD would have made better sense.
I'm just saying, but JD McDonough would have been good. JD McDonough
Could've been
versus
a little better than.
versus freaking goddamn Gunther.
The less I see of McDonough's head taking up my entire screen, the better.
Well, he keeps hitting it and it keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Well, he got a boulder head, that dude, man.
Yeah.
But he's great. He's
Yeah.
great, man. His talent is great. So.
Yeah. So we have Penta versus Finn Balor. I definitely am taking Penta over Balor, only because here's why. If they're going to use this, right? Penta and Solo already have a thing going on between the two of them, so that kind of works for them. You know, they already have a beef with each other, so why not make that part of that? You know.
Oh, Penta and Solo.
Penta and Solo. Yeah. Am I breaking up?
No, I'm trying to think. Penta and Solo. When did they have a beef? What was the?
It's a month ago.
A month
Penta
ago.
came out and did something to Judgment Day. I don't remember what it was now, but it was just a small thing that they seeded.
I don't know. Well, we'll see what happens. I know that Finn ain't winning. Penta's gonna probably push Penta.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna be Penta. It ain't gonna be Finn.
You know what? I'm taking Finn. I'll take Finn.
Oh, okay.
I'll take Finn.
All right.
Bronson Reed. Let's not even kid ourselves.
Bronson Reed. I want to take Bronson Reed, but I'm telling you, man, they're not going to do Bronson Reed versus Gunther. They're not.
I can't see Hayes. I can't see them getting Hayes.
I'll take Hayes because they're going to try to push Hayes, and Hayes is going to have a good match against freaking Gunther.
But you can't have. You're not going to have. Excuse me for my yawn. You're not going to have Bronson Reed lose right before he's about to head into Survivor Series.
He's not going to lose. He's going to lose in disqualification because the guy's going to interfere. They're going to count it. He's going to either get counted out or he's going to get something. Carmelo Hayes is winning this.
But
think about
you would think that the Miz getting Carmelo Hayes disqualified after the Miz prevented Carmelo Hayes from answering the open challenge, move that storyline along versus whatever happens with Bronson Reed.
The Miz is going to come out, and it's not going to work. He's going to win. He's going to wind up being more distraction. Win. He's going to come out towards the Gunther. When Gunther fights Carmelo, that's when he's going to come out. I'm giving Carmelo the benefit of the doubt.
Okay. I'm going Bronson Reed.
I'm going Bronson Reed as well. I see where you're going with it, Dom, but I think I don't know if we'll get any kind of distraction, and if not,
listen,
Bronson's gonna.
I am 99.9% guaranteed Bronson Reed is not going to face Gunther. They don't want to do that.
Why not? It sets up storyline.
So you're telling me that you're going to have him fight Gunther, and Gunther's going to beat him, and then Gunther's going to get beat up by freaking goddamn. Hey, listen, dude, take that 18% at the time. This is not Marco. This is not Marco, and not the freaking goddamn the Star Wars show.
Listen, this is how I see it. They're going to build Gunther as a just destruction machine now. That's why he's coming back to that old NXT UK music. He's going to have that more ruthless, just mean streak. They're building Gunther versus Brock Lesnar. That's where they're building. And they want you to know that Gunther is a force capable of stepping in there with Brock Lesnar. So you do that by having him beat Bronson Reed. You do that by having him beat all these big guys until have him retire John Cena, until he gets it there to face with Brock Lesnar, to make you believe that he can actually beat Brock Lesnar.
All right, listen, I understand where you're coming from, and you know what? And that sounds like a great theory. And but I don't see this happening. Don't see it happen.
Where I will agree with you though is that I'm actually excited now to see Brock Lesnar in a situation we've never seen him before in this War Games match, because I think he's just going to absolutely. I can't wait to see the carnage he unleashes.
Listen,
in that cage.
I already think about this. This is my thing. I still
everyone's getting F5'd.
Dude, everybody.
Even his own teammates are getting F5'd.
Oh, exactly. That didn't I say that? Didn't I say that from the beginning? Brock Lesnar being he's gonna get F5s to everybody. I said that a few months back when I was talking about that something's gonna happen, that that the bad guys are gonna win. This is what's gonna happen. The bad guys are gonna win because there's gonna actually be a betrayal with the good guys. Something's happening that somebody's gonna be is gonna friggin' betray friggin' Cody and CM Punk on that team. Either it's Jimmy or Jay, and what's gonna lead to the fact that Brock Lesnar is gonna be used, and then the Vision's gonna attack Brock Lesnar because Paul Heyman already has a plan to attack Brock Lesnar, to use him for this moment, and then when the time comes, Brock Lesnar is gonna get jumped by the Vision because of because of our past things. But the betrayal on the other side, either coming from Jimmy or Jay, that's going to betray the good guys, and then Brock Lesnar is going to get jumped by the Vision, and that's what's going to cause. You're going to have the WrestleMania moment. Brock Lesnar is going to be part of the WrestleMania moment when it comes down to it. Watch, that's what's going to happen. Or even better yet, I still think that LA Knight might become part of the group at the last minute because someone's going to get beat up at the back. Either Jimmy's going to get beat up. Jimmy's not going to be able to be part of the team. You're going to find out it's Jay is the one that orchestrated his brother getting better, because the looks on his face when he was part of the team, or that mystery person who beat up Jacob Fatu is going to beat up Jimmy as well too, and they're going to have to get somebody else, and it'll probably be LA Knight being part of the thing.
No, I think you're onto something. I think Jimmy Uso gets beat up and taken out of the match.
Yep.
But I think Roman says, all right, I got someone we can count on. They got the beast Brock Lesnar. I got something in my back pocket.
The werewolf, Jacob Fatu.
Yep, and he calls Jacob Fatu, and Jacob Fatu ends up being, and it's gonna be a surprise. It's gonna happen the night of Survivor Series.
Yes.
Jimmy Uso is gonna get taken out, and Jacob Fatu is gonna show up to be that.
We're gonna find out that
you're not even gonna see him in the cage. It's going to be time for that last person. It's typical WWE shit.
Yeah.
It's going to be time for that last person to come out because the cage is going to be empty, and you're going to hear Jacob Fatu's music hit, and he's going to get
a huge pop. But I'm telling you, but the whole craziness, you're right. What's going to happen is that's going to happen, but the betrayal is going to be coming on the good guy side. They're going to
you're going to see that motherfucker do a flip off the top of the cage onto Brock Lesnar.
Oh, damn. Dude, this is going to be big for Brock Lesnar too, because like you said, this is something that he's never been in, which is kind of cool. Being part of a group, Brock Lesnar is part of no group. That's the whole thing. That's another thing. He doesn't team up with anybody. He's not a team guy. That's why he's gonna F5 everybody. He's gonna get jumped. He's gonna get jumped by the Vision. F5 everybody, and take him out. And then Brock Lesnar is gonna be off TV for a little bit. Gonna come back like always. But the whole fact is we're gonna get that. But you're right. The Jacob Fatu thing, you're definitely onto that. That's actually definitely a good idea.
I mean, I see a Braun Breaker accidental spear on Brock Lesnar, which pisses Brock Lesnar off, and that's when he just starts fucking absolutely destroying everybody.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Yeah, I've never seen Brock Lesnar as a team player.
No, he's never been a team player.
No,
this is
cool. But I'm saying,
dude,
I'm saying his character though. His character isn't a team player.
Listen, you have all three freaking goddamn Heyman guys that are going to be in this match. You got Punk, you got Roman, you got Brock Lesnar. Yo, this is going to be a special Survivor Series.
LA Knight.
Somebody's taking somebody out, man. And I'm telling you, man, Jimmy's going to be taken out, and you're going to try who took out Jimmy. You're going to find out. Because I don't see, the thing is, me personally, I don't think you're going to, the person who took out Jimmy is the same person who took out Jacob Fatu. When he comes back, you're going to find out. It's not going to be a long-lasting friggin' feud and finding out who freaking took him out, like the Jay Cargill thing. It's going to be more of a. It's going to be quick.
Still don't know.
You're going to find out who took him out in the back, and when he comes back. But the rumors are flying around that he actually might be coming back sooner than later.
Well, they said they said he's supposed to be back by Survivor Series, and I think that's what their pop for Survivor Series is going to be. Is just imagine that this match isn't already star-studded as it is, but just imagine Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Jey Uso, fucking Jacob Fatu, because Jimmy Uso is the only one that doesn't make sense in that match. He's just there because of his brother. So
and
he's the most logical one to just get beat down and take it out of the match.
Yep.
That's the whole reason. The whole reason that Drew McIntyre was added to that match is to make sense for Cody Rhodes to be there.
Listen, you're right. You got a beast. We got a werewolf.
Yeah.
Ah.
And I would not be surprised if you don't see fucking Jacob Fatu backflip on Brock Lesnar off the top of that cage.
Well, the whole fact is Jacob Fatu is going after freaking goddamn. Is they definitely go after freaking McIntyre because that was the last feud that he left before he left. It was the McIntyre thing.
And they can say have it be Drew McIntyre that attacked him backstage.
But I don't think it was him. I think it was somebody else that's to be setting up for a shocker. That's what they're gonna do. But he's still gonna have the fight with Jake. We'll see, man.
For the shocker.
Shocker.
Yeah. All right, which gives us some quarterfinal matchups.
Please not again. I thought we were done with this.
I know.
So
I definitely think you need to reshuffle this one.
Yeah. Rusev versus Sheamus. One more time.
No, thank you.
You know what? And then he finally beats Rusev because Rusev beat him. He hasn't beaten Rusev. He's gonna finally beat him in this quarterfinal. So. Yeah, it's gonna come down to Sheamus versus freaking goddamn Gunther. That's gonna be the finals right there.
You think so?
Yeah, probably.
I think so. Yeah, right now they're on. Well, we'll look at the way it's shaping up. So far, they're on the opposite sides, so that does make sense.
Do you think it's gonna be a SmackDown guy and a freaking Raw guy as the finals? Because they're both on Raw, freaking Sheamus and freaking Gunther. So
I do think it's gonna be 1-1.
It could be 1-1.
Yeah.
No.
Interesting.
I honestly think the way it's going, WWE hasn't even thought that far ahead yet.
Probably not. Hey. Oh, they might be right. That could work. I also will take Sheamus. I think you're right. I think he'll finally beat Rusev clean in the ring. So I'll take Sheamus. Matt?
I'm hoping for a re-roll because I don't want to see this match again.
Yeah.
But if this is the match we're gonna get, yeah, I'm gonna go Sheamus.
Yeah, this is definitely the match we're getting. So
again, another one I don't want to see. I don't.
Yep. Jey Uso versus LA Knight. Yeah.
I want to see. I'm going to say LA Knight because I for sure as fuck don't want to see Jey Uso versus Gunther 12.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, you're right. I'm definitely going for freaking goddamn LA Knight. LA
Knight.
Yeah.
Let me talk to you.
Yep.
Please don't.
Yep, I agree.
New
I don't
phone
want
who
again.
dis.
Don't want to see Gunther versus Uso again. So yeah, LA Knight.
Let me talk to you. Nope. New phone who dis.
Nope. And I left some space for some
Dramatic
new
effect
ones for this week. Yep. All right, there we go. There's our bracket as it's playing out so far.
Ugh. Please no.
The Penta, Finn Balor, and the Bronson Reed, those two could swap out a little bit, but I might have those in the wrong spot, but I left them where they were. Or no, I'm sorry. The Bronson Reed and there's another one that could.
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a. Yeah, fuck. We are gonna end up getting Sheamus versus fucking Rusev again, aren't we?
Yep.
Dude, I hate WWE sometimes. I really do.
Well, listen, this is what happens when they don't set their brackets ahead of time, and we have to guess, right? So, where I put them may not be correct, but I believe they're going to get that Sheamus Rusev again. I do believe we're going to get that Uso LA night.
There's just no creativity or amount of risk taking in WWE anymore. Like, it's all predictable, boring shit. Like, come on.
It's all paint by numbers. It's paint by numbers.
Come on. Like, what are we doing here?
No?
Why Rusev or Sheamus again? Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you don't have more NXT talent in this pool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The only people that really benefit from facing John Cena and retiring John Cena right now, Carmelo Hayes, Bronson Reed. They're the only ones that benefit from it in this tournament at this point.
Yeah.
And one of them, if not both of them, have to lose. So, yeah.
Right. And I'll say maybe Penta.
Cena,
I'll say maybe Penta.
If I was John Cena, I'd be pissed. I wouldn't at this point in time, I wouldn't blame John Cena if he wanted to go to AEW to have his retirement run. I wouldn't blame him if he wanted to pull a Sting and go to AEW for that.
Screw you.
We already know that it ain't going to be Edge because Tony Khan came out and said, no, WWE hasn't reached out to me about Adam Copeland. Yep. So there's that out the window. I wouldn't blame him. As a John Cena fan, I would not. John Cena, if you will never see this, but if by chance someone does show you, I would not blame you, and I would celebrate you if you went to AEW for a retirement run, because this has been dog do. It started out great, but the second half has been dog do.
Yep.
Damn, look at these names on this bracket. You know, they don't have anybody else.
They don't. It's the same people every week.
And they're all guys that John Cena has faced before. They're all guys that John Cena has faced before. Sheamus, Rusev, Solo Sikoa. Fuck, Solo Sikoa beat him.
Yeah.
Jey Uso. They fought each other at the Royal Rumble.
So he actually beat him. So actually, Solo Sikoa doesn't need to be. He beat him already.
Yeah. LA Knight, Gunther, Carmelo Hayes, Bronson Reed. Those are like the only names. Penta.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would be excited by Penta versus John Cena.
But then again, you know what's fucked up? You know, if you would have gave Macadona and or freaking Nick Namath a chance of winning, people would complain, oh, how do you push under a WWE talent for a TNA talent and have them in this bracket? It should be all WWE guys. But you want change, you want things to happen to make, you want surprises, you want a thing like that you go, wow, they took these chances. It's great when they take chances, when they do things. When they took the chance of having John Cena versus Dominic Mysterio, won the friggin' Intercontinental, that was a chance they took. They won. They pushed them. That was a chance.
But my thing too with that, Dom, is that, like, and let me know if you disagree with me, but in this entire run, with all the people that they wanted to see John Cena face, nobody should have got to fight John Cena twice. We shouldn't have gotten R-Truth versus John Cena twice. Because then you're wasting one of his matches and the same opponent twice.
But wait,
Dominic Mysterio shouldn't be getting John Cena twice.
But didn't friggin' Nick? What was his face? Friggin' what's the GM from friggin' SmackDown?
Nick Aldis.
Nick Aldis. Didn't he tell R-Truth your name is already in the hat?
Yeah.
But where you know?
Well, that doesn't mean he's gonna get picked, though. That doesn't mean he's gonna get picked.
Right. They're saying that they did the 16 men in a tumbler, and this is just how it was fucking.
Yeah.
That's that. I mean, you got Shinsuke Nakamura. That's a shit pick. And I love Nakamura. I loved Nakamura. And it just, dude.
Come on, you got the Miz.
Yeah, with what John Cena was pushing this tournament to be, and what John Cena has been going off about giving opportunities and building the future. Why don't we have an Obafemi in here? Why don't we have a Trick Williams? Why don't we have a Ethan Page? Mm-hmm. Why don't we have Alexis King? Why don't we have, Joe Hendry? Why don't we have any of the other NXT talent? Why don't we have the Don in here? Like, why isn't Miles Bourne in here? Like, what? Hank and Tank? Why?
Well,
why? Why? Someone from Dark State.
Listen, what you do is the talent that's actually coming up that's going to be the NXT talent that's actually going to come up to SmackDown, the main roster. That's who you have in here. The players that are coming up.
So far, it's just Javon Evans.
Yep. Trick Williams. You have Joe Hendry because Joe Hendry just signed a contract with WWE.
Mm-hmm.
And you can still have the storyline with him fighting freaking Ethan Page and freaking Chelsea, and that's the thing, look, if you got guys in here that are going to be in the Survivor Series match, why couldn't you have that? Have an Ethan Page, Joe Hendry comes and the squad and makes him lose, and then all of a sudden Ethan Page makes Joe Hendry lose. You have some friggin' storytelling that you normally shit, my hamstring. Again.
Dom's cramping. He's getting so passionate he's cramping. Yeah. But you don't even have to do that because more times than not, whenever we have an NXT guy show up in WWE in the main roster, whatever they're doing in NXT, whatever their NXT storyline is an afterthought. It's not even talked about. Yeah, they act like it's not even happening. So like they don't even consider winning an NXT championship doing anything when it comes to the main roster. Like they treat Carmelo Hayes and his NXT championship win as an afterthought in the main roster, Yep.
But it's really is disappointing to see this.
This has been disappointing. I agree.
Which could have been a phenomenal tournament with a mixture of past, present, and future.
I think it should be. I think his final opponent should be Kevin Owens, because how awesome would it be to see Kevin Owens, who John Cena launched Kevin Owens' career, be the one to retire John Cena, even though he doesn't need it.
No,
it just,
like
I would have much rather see John Cena be in the War Games. It makes sense for him to be in the War Games with Brock Lesnar being in there now, instead of fighting Dominic Mysterio a second time, because you know that there's no validity to John Cena being Intercontinental Championship. That they just gave him the belt so he could be that Grand Slam champion, and now he's going to give that rub to Dom, and that's how like you might as well just make Dom his final opponent, because Dom is the one that's getting the rub, because nobody else in this tournament fucking needs it. Look at Dom working it out. He's talking out his hamstring issues.
Yeah. No, my wife was talking about getting a new camera, and she wanted me to look
yelling at his wife. I told you I wanted no olives in my Cobb salad. Just yelling.
No, but look, we all you're right. We all know they gave it to John Cena to be the Grand Slam champion on his way out, and Dom's going to win it again, and he's going to be walking around and he's going to lose it. I think they're really setting up the fact they want him to lose to his dad. The AAA, and maybe even the Continental Championship, give it, maybe finally give it to AJ Styles.
Well, I mean, yeah, especially since AJ has said he's done after next year. It's only a matter of time before AJ wins it.
Yep.
And it's only a matter of time before Sheamus wins it.
Yep.
I mean, I would be okay with Sheamus. I still think maybe they should have John Cena hold on to it and have Sheamus win this tournament and have it to be Sheamus beats John Cena in John Cena's retirement match. And in the same time, I think you said it last week, simultaneously becomes Intercontinental Champion.
Intercontinental Champion.
Just no, I don't understand, when they sit there at the table and they throw storylines around, think, let's do this, let's do that. That sounds good. That sounds good. If you have fans that are narrowly breaking these brackets down and breaking these things down, and the fans are unhappy because I know you want to give just desserts to some people. You have Dolph Ziggler and freaking goddamn Zack Ryder. You had those. The fans show that they like them. That they had big pops and they mean the world to WWE Universe. But just to have that and Javon Evans as the only the crazy thing is that Javon Evans is getting opportunities. He fought a great fight against freaking Sami Zayn. He fought a great fight when he tagged. We teamed up with this guy from the TNA. I'm sorry, yeah, I got his name again. And then he comes up and he fights Gunter with a great fight again. So obviously they're very high on Javon Evans, but it's also a slap in the face to the Trick Williams that that he's done everything, that he can come up. Now that Joe Hendry is Ethan Page. I know Ethan Page I don't think he's ever going to win the championship belt down the thing. I think it's going to freaking Ricky Saints. He's going to hold on it for a little bit longer, and it just boggles the mind that this tournament could have really been one of the greatest things that they possibly did.
We have a little bit of breaking news. It's not really breaking news as he's been out for a while and potentially we saw this coming, but according to a new report, the belief is in AEW is that Adam Cole in his in-ring career is likely over and he may never be cleared to wrestle again and will be forced to retire after dealing with concussions and other injuries.
Oof.
Right.
Yeah. Hey. It's a shame.
Tony Khan was questioned about this, and he said that Adam Cole will always have a future in AEW, whether it's in ring as a competitor or outside of the ring moving forward. Sucks to see that happen.
Wow. Yeah, it does. Yeah. The Undisputed Era, man, was one of the craziest eras, man.
Guess you should have just stayed in WWE there, Adam Cole.
Yep.
So, well, that's it for the tournament. Next week, should I have to reshuffle anything? I hope I don't. I think I've got it pretty well set.
Please make sure this man has to reshuffle.
Sure.
Well, we will, as they say, we will talk about it. So there you go. They're off
Please,
the
by
mat.
God, for the wrestling gods, make this man have to reshuffle. Because nobody wants to see Rusev versus Sheamus again.
Yeah, so, dude, Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar's face-off from this week's Raw got over 67 million views across WWE social platforms. Both Roman and Brock are expected to be on Raw next week in Oklahoma City.
I like the crowd chanting "Kiss" when him and Punk were facing.
Oh, that was great. That was great. Kiss, kiss, kiss. You know what made me laugh? Made me laugh is when friggin' Charlotte Flair came back to help and hugged Alexa Bliss, and then all of a sudden Io got jealous. He hugged friggin' Ripley. Rhea. I'm like, listen, would you please the relationship between them, is it girlfriend and girlfriend? Because obviously they got something going, and
I want to focus more on how piss poor Charlotte Flair looks slowing in a kendo stick.
I know, right?
And what was that outfit? She had some wild shit on.
Yeah, I know she did. She did. That outfit, but the outfit she had on last week when she left, I said, I don't trust her. That outfit she had on too. I was like, she raided her grandmother's closet.
Yeah, I like she had to do an 80s rave.
Woo. And I like how that I don't trust Rhea Ripley lasted all of 3 days.
But I still think
we knew that was going to
happen. I still think that some shenanigans are going to happen. You know that for a fact. One thing about Survivor Series that we've learned before War Games, when you had SmackDown versus Raw, and then you had the they even messed up when they had. Remember they had
evil shenanigans
when they had freaking goddamn NXT invade Raw and SmackDown. Back in the day when they had that one time that they all three brands got together for Survivor Series, which they should go back to. Fuck War, let this be the last War Games. But they still underutilized the NXT guys against SmackDown and Raw, even in Survivor Series back then when they had that going on, the battle of the brands. You know, but I do want to see again the SmackDown champion, the Raw champion, and the NXT champion triple threat match for the who's the best champion of other brands. I have to see that. I like that.
You got that United Champions though.
Yeah, I know. But I like to see the tag team champions from NXT.
You kind of also got it at Crown Jewel.
But you see, that's the thing. So now look, all these other things that they've shown, the Crash of fucking Paris, the fucking goddamn Crown Jewel, freaking dude, just fucking goddamn give us some good pay-per-views, good shit. I'm tired.
I think they should do NXT versus Raw versus SmackDown inside the War Games cage. 15-man War Games cage match.
Well, they should. It'd be the battle of the brands. That's what you need. Let me tell you something. I like the idea when you have to have heels and freaking goddamn faces get together on the same team, and they have to work with each other for a common foe. And then the shenanigans that freaking happened. Mm-hmm. Remember when freaking Big Show was he was for Raw and then he took off the shirt. He was SmackDown. The same thing with Randy Orton. And then the same thing with freaking. I like that angle when they had stuff like that back in the day. But
I just don't think you can't go back to that traditional format because I don't think anything's going to top the year Becky Lynch got her face broken by Nia Jax and she's standing there in the crowd like this, just face absolutely bloodied when the man was born. There ain't no going back to that. You ain't topping that.
I don't know. All I know is it should be a very interesting Survivor Series.
Oh, the NYPD is on their way to try to arrest Roman Reigns again.
Yeah,
he's gonna spear one of them through a barricade.
He's on the lam.
No, did you see at the end? I'm saying the footage at the end, like I was telling that freaking goddamn Cody Rhodes was punching cops and freaking goddamn. Yeah. I'm like, only in entertainment that could happen. Do that shit in real life.
Kendo sticking the shit out of cops and.
No, but the best was that the cops are holding Roman Reigns back. Meanwhile, freaking Punk is choking the shit out of freaking goddamn Logan.
Yeah, with the kendo stick.
He was back. He fucking choked him to death. He's like, no one said anything. Yeah. I don't know, but it should be a good Survivor Series. Hopefully,
I hope so. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I hope so myself too.
Yeah. Their build is piss poor, but hopefully the outcome outweighs that the build.
I think that the men's War Games match makes a lot of sense because all the players in the War Games match have history with each other.
Yes.
The women's War Games match doesn't because Alexa Bliss and Charlotte don't really have history with the Kabuki Warriors, so they had to make the Kabuki Warriors take the titles off of them to give them a reason to be in that match. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky do. Nikki Bella has more oomph to be in that match than either Becky Lynch or AJ Lee.
Yeah.
And that's Becky Lynch is going to be we already know Becky Lynch is going to join Team Asuka and AJ Lee is going to be Team Rhea.
I told you that.
So
you know they're going
to be. And then we probably won't see AJ Lee again until WrestleMania, or not WrestleMania, until Royal Rumble.
Yeah. It's only a couple of months away, which is not bad, you know.
So I don't know, man. Like, here's to hoping that 2026 is a better year in pro wrestling than 2025 has been. But I just, man, we're already not starting off on a great foot with SmackDown going back to 2 hours or 3 hours. Like, you can't even fill 2 hours with storylines or the people you have. How are you going to fill 3?
Well, listen, I'll tell you this. The only way I'm going to tell you this. The only way you can fill 3 hours is by having Raw stay 2 hours, right? And having crossovers. Having Raw talent show up on SmackDown for other stuff that's going on if they don't do the draft. And so I don't have the mail card. I mentioned the draft. There we go again. But the whole fact is that they can't do the draft because there's still major people hurt and out. And if you have it 3 hours, you could actually rise it to the occasion because you have Raw guys show up on it to make it interesting. The Vision showing up and all right, you know what? How about this? You want a good story? You have the Vision, right? All right, Gunther, right? Gunther fights Bronson Reed. Beats Bronson Reed. They get pissed off and they beat the shit out of Gunther. Gunther goes after the Vision. Right? You can have that storyline make its way, but also you can have if Bronson Reed wins, who's he fight next? Like if Solo wins, right? If Solo wins again, it'll be Bronson Reed versus Solo, right? Then you have the MFTs because they have history. Remember, they have history because of freaking Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins told them, when he was fighting against Roman and against Roman, he goes, I'd rather team up with Roman because you're a joke. And then later on, when they got together and they showed up on SmackDown, the Vision, the MFTs went up. He goes, oh, you're trying to be like us. He goes, you're trying to be like who you're supposed to be when they had the words back in SmackDown when the Vision showed up on SmackDown when Solo came out. And because you have Solo history with Paul Heyman. So that makes sense. So you can have major things, long-term storytelling. If you want to tell the stories, there's story there. And some of these matches, some of these things that they're putting together, there is no story. They're just putting fucking matches. Let me see. Let me take this shit against the wall. Oh, it's stuck. We're going to stick with the story. So we will see. We will see, and hopefully it's an exciting Survivor Series, memorable. I hope I'm like a little bit over 18% right.
You were going from I'm 99.9% sure on this.
I am going to be 99 with Bronson Reed not facing Gunther. I guarantee he's not going to face Gunther. So
we shall see.
Now, mind you, I would love that. Dude, I would be excited to see that. Like, oh shit, okay, you're gonna have that. That means the Vision's gonna be around. Gunther's gonna have a problem with the Vision, and it's gonna be awesome.
But all right, I think we've talked this to death. You guys got anything else from this last week you want to touch on? I already ranted about Maxxine Dupri.
What else we got?
The one thing I will say is I'm looking forward to watching the what's that guy's name there that does the wrestling podcast? He was talking to Tony this week.
What?
Are you talking about Ari Shafir? No, it's Ari Shafir. No, Ari Emanuel. No, it's not Ari Emanuel either. Jesus Christ.
Ari Emanuel, yeah.
Is it Ari Emanuel?
Is it Ari Emanuel?
No, I don't
Ari,
think so.
Ari something. Well, anyway, they were having an interview with Tony Khan this week. I'm kind of interested to see what goes on with that interview.
Oh, it's Ariel Helwani. Ariel Helwani.
Ariel Helwani. Okay. Yeah. I'm interested to see what goes on with that interview and what comes out of that. So.
Obviously.
Really, all I had. It's been, this whole build up for SummerSlam has been so flat.
They're rushing it.
My
They're
opinion.
rushing it. Usually,
They're rushing everything this year.
Yeah, because
This whole year has been
usually
rushed.
with Survivor Series, it takes its time. You know, they would have that, but you see how they rush War Games in the match. All of a sudden, boom! Like Jay Uso being the person that I don't care about anything. Roman says this, Roman says that. All of a sudden, now teaming up with Punk,
Roman
got his back after he kicked Jimmy. So I don't know, man.
I don't know. I think this is the most build we've gotten toward the PLE since probably WrestleMania.
Yeah, true.
Because this is the
Yes,
shortest. This is the longest we've had in between PLEs.
Well, listen,
we haven't had a PLE every 3 weeks. Like
we're gonna see something that we never thought we were gonna see. Brock
Nikki
Lesnar
Bella winning the championship off of Stephanie Fakir.
She ain't gonna win. No. And if she does, Julia's getting involved because they try to push Julia now. So
then Dom riots.
Yeah.
You'll hear Dom go, "Oh, I'm done with WWE taking the belt off my girl Stephanie and giving it to Nikki Bella."
Fucking nah. They're not gonna give it to Nikki Bella. They give it to Nikki Bella.
The only way they're gonna get Dom back into the fold is if they give it to Jade Parker. Or
Jada Parker.
Jada Parker.
And they're not even high on
unfortunately,
her.
my girl's not gonna win a freaking championship on freaking NXT, man.
Nope.
I don't think so.
I expect her to get cut from NXT after the new year when WWE does its cuts. I wouldn't be surprised if she gets cut from NXT.
I don't know, man. I think Jada Parker does have a good following, man.
Well, she may have a good following, but following don't mean shit. She ain't. When was the last time she was really in a main?
Relevant, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're pushing JC Jane over her for God's sakes.
Yeah. JC Jane was a background player when it came to Toxic. Was it Toxic?
Toxic Attraction.
Attraction.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hey, look. Let's see what happens. You know, and Julia is not even in part of anything. Julia should be at least a part of the. They should have gone to Julia got her part of the match, part of the Survivor Series match.
Crying over about losing United States Championship to fucking Chelsea Green.
Yeah, she's going after Chelsea Green. So it is a heel versus a heel. Chelsea Green's a heel, and if you know, it's basically got a heel versus heel type of scenario. But
Chelsea, I'm only re-signing this contract if you give me my United States Championship back green.
Yeah. Hey, I was watching a video of when McAdover was in New York City Comic Con walking around, and some guy was dressed like Chelsea Green. And he was like, "Oh my god!" And he was talking. He called Chelsea, and she was like working out. And he goes, "Look at this!" And she goes, "Oh my god!" And this and that. There was a guy dressed as Chelsea Green. So I was like, with the thing, I'm like, hey. Some dude was dressed like another dude. But
being another dude.
Yeah. See, I would love to get Matt on the show. You know, he's a toy collector, collects toys, man. How awesome is that, man? Collect toys.
I'd love to get Matt Cardona on there.
Yeah, man, we'd love to have Karrion Kross, man. I just hopefully, you know, I know everybody's busy. Yeah, Karrion Kross is actually going to be at the wrestling festival at the Dream Mall on Saturday. They have a wrestling event at the mall in Jersey. So I was going to go, but I don't know. I got to see. There's just a lot going on, man. A lot going on.
Yeah.
Do it, Dom. Do it, Dom.
Dude, I think the next con I go to is gonna be San Diego next year, man. You know, so but I'm trying to build up. Got to make my championship belt. I got my the idea for my belt that I'm gonna make. So eventually I'll get that.
Your wife already told you. She already kiboshed that. She said, "You ain't getting no stupid ass belt."
I'm getting the belt. I'm making the belt.
Kiboshed it.
Now, gonna have my belt, Dom Toba, the Nostalgia Championship.
And then you're gonna show it off on the first episode, and then you're gonna just see your wife appear behind you, the Money in the Bank briefcase, and pin you for
Cash
it.
it in. You'll freaking knock me out. Cash it in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Giggles.
Giggles.
I can actually see that happening. I can see it.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know the crazy thing too. I can actually see that happening too. Dude, man, it's just like. Actually, you know what's funny? I'm watching videos of a bunch of people that are doing reviews on the LJN wrestling figures, the new ones that came out.
Come out Black Friday. The ones that come out Black Friday.
Yeah, coming out. Yeah, you know, people got them. People got them in advance to do reviews on them from Mattel. You know, yeah, so they're pretty cool, man. I'm not gonna lie, man.
They look almost the same. They look almost the same.
Yeah, they almost the same.
They look almost the same.
But I'm not gonna lie,
like
man.
They use the same mold.
Dude, I wish I collected wrestling figures. I really do. You know, they're pretty cool, man. The new ones that are coming out too. The freaking articulation, fully posable. Freaking cool, man.
I like the ones that they have that are coming out now, but because they look more like the people that they're supposed to be.
Because they got the real scan. The real scan.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny? Look at CM Punk's figure. There's like certain tattoos that he doesn't have on his arm because the copy have to get licenses. Like the Pepsi tattoo.
Oh, right.
He can't have the Pepsi tattoo on his toy because they need the license.
Do they have the Cobra one? Do they have the Cobra one?
We got the Cobra. That's another thing. The Cobra, the G.I. Joe. Yes, that's Cobra. That's his Cobra from freaking G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
He's got the freaking.
Yeah.
A low-key G.I. Joe fan, man.
Hey, it's all right. He's had that for a long time, though.
Yeah. But, yeah, a lot of the wrestling figures are pretty cool, man. You know, watching them, watching people go on toy hunts for wrestling figures. There's a guy on YouTube that's a wrestling toy collector. Dude, he's got a shitload of toys. All the toys in box on his shelves and stuff like that. It's like, damn, man. It's such a beautiful thing when you see everything in box and it's nice, unopened. Some good stuff, man.
Yeah. No, a lot of the stuff is
closing at 2 hours.
Fun better than when.
Yeah. Listen. Also, there's a guy I sent that championship. He had all the championship belts. He had a collection of championship belts. I sent it in the chat.
Oh yeah.
But
all right.
I think that's it.
I think that's it. I think we did a good show tonight, boys. Thank you so much for checking us out. If you liked all of our hot wrestling takes, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. If you want more from Sticks, check him out over on his channel every Tuesday night for Dr. Who Rewind. You can check out more from Dom over on Renovision and Sticks Friday nights on the Qualified. You can get more from Dom on Sunday nights on Renovision. You can find below on the Star Wars show. Get me more from me and Sticks on our channels on Saturday night. And of course, you know, every hot take here every Thursday.
you break it up, Matt. You sound like you're underwater.
Hottest professional wrestling takes in the business. And on that note, Dom, take us out with some words of wisdom.
Yeah, if you're gonna shave, make sure you get a professional so you don't lose your facial hair. That's all I have to say.
Good words of wisdom.
That's solid advice.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Always go to a professional.
Always go to professional.
On that note, we'll see you guys next Thursday night as we break down our match card predictions for WWE Survivor Series War Games.
That should be fun.
In the ring, the lights go down. Roaring crowd, they scream and shout. Chants echo, shaking the ground. Warriors clash, the game is found.